Greetings, everybody. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Biotech, The First Wendigo, Episode 4, Mental Break Redemption. Kish, you're looking like you're doing pretty good. You might need to go for a battery checkup before you finish, though. We'll see. It does make me realize, Bug, does your ideology believe in eating bugs? No. Does yours? No. Both despised. Worth a check. Okay, I'm going to need to do some self-cooking too. Cooking for myself. For now, I'll just eat one of the prepackaged, because it's faster. But then we'll add one more on the butcher bill. I guess we're finding out what Neanderthal tastes like. Or not, because of brownouts. I'm powering down the comms console and the orb trade beacon. I don't think I'm going to have the power to keep them up. Also going to power down the small charger. Wouldn't be a terrible idea to grab this fox. So I'll allow that. And then I'm not really sure there's anything else out here. I haven't had any like cargo drops or anything like that, so there's nothing else that Solwayne should fetch. But Solwayne, you can start going into this cave system. So I'm going to try to do a batch of food. So let me actually batch up these simple meals a little bit higher. And then power down the electric stove for longer. Oh, I'm running out of space, though. Here we go. Let's link them together. There. I can't keep that on. Orange Chaos. You don't have any mining to do? Just recharge for now, and then I'll get the mining tasks up. This slave of yours better be worth it. This brownout power situation is a real right pain. She also punched me in the head. I'll remember that. Running kind of low on rice as well. Worst case scenario, I could always butcher bugs for insect meat. Prisoners will hate it, but I suppose I don't really care. If they hate it or not. Not my problem. So how is your conversion going? Oh, it's actually going. I made more progress than I thought I would. OC, let's get you back to finishing up some mining projects. And a brother of mine. Nah. Don't want you. Oh, you landed anyway, huh? You delicate psychopath. Alright, fine, I'll go deal with it. We'll eat you, dude. It's not incest, it's ingest. Oh, wow. Down 20% in one coaching? That'll be quick. Alright, orange chaos. Isn't eating relatives unhealthy? Eating humans is unhealthy, like in general, but if you're gonna eat humans, you might as well eat the tasty ones. The fat, juicy Neanderthals. With their high-calorie diets, they probably taste delicious. They probably taste like pig. Oh, is this an ancient danger? Yeah, I had marked it as hollow, and it's a limestone wall, so yeah, this is an ancient danger. So once we need advanced components, I know where we can get them. Yeah, I think the theory is that the Neanderthals had a really high-calorie diet of like 5,000 compared to like 2,000 that ancient humans had, so they were juicy boys. So you are almost out of power, but you did break down quite a lot of stuff. So I'm gonna start to allow the Hollerbot up here, and then I'll free you from your deflooring servitude in a minute. Delicate is, yeah, like the opposite of tough. It just means that you get you take extra damage rather than take less damage. Easier to die, I guess. And apparently, you also get paralyzed easier. Because he came paralyzed. Okay, you're kind of low on power. So I might have Orange Chaos go into a dormant recharge soon. My batteries still really haven't bounced back. The wind briefly picked up, but no, I think these hydroponic basins, I'm just going to power them down. Because the crops are going to rot from being unharvested for too long. So just finish this one node. And then I'll have you powered down. Oh! It's not allowed. No fighting in my campaign room. Are you bleeding? No. Okay, you, friend, need to recharge. So let's put you inside before you lose power out there. Oh, mega spiders passing through. Yeah, I'm not going to be messing with them. I don't really need bug meat that badly. You should definitely not be given herbal. And Kish, for you, I will turn the recharger on. I know, right? Orange Chaos, I'm gonna put you offline. I don't have the power to keep you running. Man, you guys realize how absolutely annoying this fog is, right? My lord. You guys just wanted to make my life miserable. So that's mined up completely. This is mined up completely. There is component zones in there, some silver, and a little bit more steel and more components. These slaves are proving useful for my medical? Yes, they are. And in fact, call you Zilla. Zilla is about to convert. Probably next conversation that we have, she converts. With that said, I ought to get a bedroom ready for her because colonists do not enjoy sharing rooms with slaves. So 3x3 is as nice as I can be. Where are you going? Dear Lord, what are you, where? Oh my god. Alright. I didn't have any other tasks. So I guess I'll just dismantle this area and haul the steel back. You tried to give me geothermal? Well, had I been researching geothermal this whole time, I would still be researching geothermal. And then the power would have gone out and the research table would have had to be powered off. Oh, you're in a daze. Well, I guess you're not joining anytime soon. Slice caps, made of wood. And steel. Would building the bedroom outside work better? Yeah, if we wanted to freeze her to death, sure. I think she would disagree. I'm guessing she does not want to be frozen to death. Just a educated guess. The batteries look full briefly, so I'm going to allow the research bench powered on for now until it bottoms back out. But I will get a bed going for her for when she joins. Oh, I had already propped that door open. So you are... Okay, Solwayne... Let's fix this. The charger was occupied, so he eventually just... Or it eventually just powered down and went offline. I'm hauling him over to the recharger. Because that's the one robot that always has more work. There's always more lifter work. Kish is almost done with the floor stripping, and that's going to be a lot of marble and a lot of limestone that we'll be able to use, because this was a huge monument. X-monument. A huge X-monument that we broke down. So once he's done doing that, what I can do is I can start setting up the layered walls, and Kish will also act as a hauler, hauling probably the limestone from out there over here. That'll be useful. Here we go, xenogenetics. We're about a quarter done. Yeah, one layer wall loses heat. Double walls are better insulated. So for now, when I don't have a lot of power to add a lot of heaters, and I don't have renewable sources of components to make a lot of heaters, I'm going to be keeping everything sort of inside until I'm in a better power situation. So there is a paid combat. Wants to drag drifters, gunners, and thrashers to me of Yatakin. Or Edekin, sorry, and they have these rewards. Components, a slab bed, uranium, or a revolver. Do I accept paid combat? Do you guys want to know what Edekin tastes like? Is, I guess, the way to paraphrase. Okay, now that I'm trying to research a bit more, I'm going to bring the butchery table out. Ooh, no, Kish, don't do that. Kish, don't do that. Robots aren't exactly smart. Running all the way across the map to move one object is totally what... Well, alright, to be fair, humans would do that too. Human pawns. Where is the dirt? Ah, there it is. No, there's still more dirt. I don't really care. Fractions. Got Orange Chaos start recharging, considering the batteries are nice and topped. Just gonna have to manage the power very, very wisely. And then Kish, looks like it is time. So, Mex, Kish, you are going to be unrestricted. And I am going to start placing limestone walls out here for you to construct. I'm limestoning wall this here just for flammability's sake. Not because triple thick walls is useful. Maybe enclose the research bench? Nope. It's a research percent difference of like 0. Literally, it's not even being calculated because it's rounding down. So that's a lot of work for no benefit. Looks like you guys want me to accept paid conflict. So what reward do you want me to take? Advanced components, slab bed, uranium, or revolver? Another thing I'm going to need to do, considering I'm going to have a slave soon, is let's get a hand tailor bench out and get a slave collar and slave... what's it called? Slave strap. So I have enough human leather for the slave strap. I might need to butcher another human for the slave collar. Or humanoid, I guess I should start calling them. Yeah, I'm gonna need to butcher one more person for the collar. Okay, you're powered up enough. Just go dormant. One more minute to vote in that poll. Ooh, Shaman Merchant. Maybe they have an Insanity Lance, which is a really powerful tool to use against mech bosses. That'd be nice. That'd be a good purchase. Zilla's no longer psychotic, but you are starving. So I'm going to feed you. And then convert you. What's going on with Bog? Bog, you need food, but I think there's no available food because I'm out. So I'm going to feed Bog butchered insect. So the raw rice and bug. Not going to like it, but I'm just trying to keep Bog alive. I don't really care about whether Bog enjoys the meal or not. Oh, that Shaman Merchant is... I'm not going to be able to catch them. Oh well. Oh, I think this is my brother. Well, used to be. Till I killed him and ate him. It's worth the mood penalty. So she converted. Now, enslave. With a will of 0, that would be instant. So I'm going to get the clothing first so that she doesn't rebel. And you guys want an advanced component for paid conflict. So paid conflict wants to signal them in to draw away from their caravan. They arrive in 2 days. Okay. So current priority is research, xenogenetics, convert, enslave Zilla, and fight. Let's go butcher a bug for Bog. This Bog is starving and thinks they're gonna die. There you go. Better than death, I guess. Technically, I guess better than death because you're happier. So, you're welcome. Enslaved. Alright, Zilla. Wear the stuff. So the issue here is Zilla will get cold very, very, very easily. But there's a huge advantage to this. I'm going to have a stonecutter. So you'll also be a doctor. But yeah, primarily stonecut. So bills, any stone, drop on floor with Zilla. And that way, she's probably not going to freeze to death because there's so many chunks nearby that she can draw from that it's not like a death march for her to go find stone. Can we pivot to solar? Nope. It was voted that I get xenogenetics. What way I could do is have you polled about what I do next. But the situation hasn't changed. We voted for xenogenetics while it was still foggy. So, so it doesn't warrant a repolling. So this is what I do after xenogenes are researched. And the purpose of getting xenogenes is it will allow me to start to pull genes out of Bog. And I can sell those genes to traders, if traders ever visit me and don't flee the Met because of temperature. Another good news is now that Wendy isn't catering to 2 prisoners, it's going to be a lot easier for me to... hang on, let me remind you who's boss. It's going to be a lot easier for me to keep... Oh, I punched her leg off. That's a rough... That's a rough break there. Well, I'm going to keep doing it. I ain't hear no bell. Okay. Well, I guess you're not moving very fast. Let me practice my own medicine. How's that sound? You... What is it, a left leg? I'll feed you. Oh, and now that you're sort of a member, you can be on perishable cannibal meals. There you go. Peg leg. I don't think your torso can take much more beating, nor can your right arm. So I'll leave you alone for now. But just know that there is more beatings. There is going to be more beatings for Zilla until Zilla hits 100% suppression to prevent Zilla from thinking that she can run away. Oh, there was a slave ship in orbit that I had no idea about. Let me get the trade on. Yeah, there's no one out there now. But I would have liked to buy a slave. Just don't have that option now. The beatings will continue until morale improves. exactly. So after xenogenetics, I'll get solar, which is a really good way to offset the grow light. Fog does cut solar power a little bit, but not quite the way it cuts wind. Wind is the death knell of solar. I mean, didn't make any sense. Fog is the death knell of wind. I said every word backwards. You need... Okay, you have sheep wool pants. Let me make you a shirt. Is there a shirt? Why aren't you wearing this shirt? Because I beat it off of you until it broke. I mean, it seems reasonable. You thought you could escape, so, like, I'd do it again. 10-10 would do it again. And then, as far as meals go, I'm going to do perishable all for everybody, because we have some of these normal meals that I want to eat up. And then I'll get back to human meals. I'm just hoping that I can get the grow ops back online so that I can stretch the human meat. Because if I can make human meat into fine meals, I can have twice as many meals. Which is something I like. So let's make a shirt for her. So we don't have a topless 15-year-old run around the base. Seems wrong, especially given that she has a slave body strap. Now that I say all those things in chorus, yeah, well, it's not the worst thing we've done, but it's up there. Oh, what happened to you? I don't even know. You just toppled over. It is cold, but it's not quite topple over temperature cold. I will give you a heater in there. And then I'll put another heater in the main room too. We are heading towards the winter. It actually might be a good time for Wendy to try to do some of the external wall constructions as well, especially if I caravan the materials. Because if we can get everything double insulated, we will be way better suited for the winter. And then I'm not just entertaining one person, I will double the stools as well. Oh, look at you! You're doing your wardening tasks. Or doctoring tasks, rather, technically. Good. Now, the other thing that I could do for her is a tail cap made of human leather, and I'll get one of those as well, so that she can stay warm up top. A little warmer. I mean, her temperature tolerance is 6 Celsius, so it's pretty crummy. Bog switched ideologies and is now a tree hugger. But still does not like insect meat, so still gonna be unhappy with what I feed him. What would be the worst thing that happened throughout all of the RimWorld playthroughs? Well, we're getting there. So far, it's probably just the mass genocides of the Wendigos, but this series is going to be so much worse. We're going to head to some true terrible... yeah, it's going to be bad. So your mood is not great. You're very hungry. Oh, actually, why aren't you eating these? These meals... Perishable all is allowed. So if you're in a really bad mood, I'm just going to have you eat a cannibal meal. So that you don't have a mental break, because I really don't want a mental break out of you. And then sit doing burning passion work. Perfect. You're happy again. Kish, get back to building. Sylvain, you are... not going to haul chunks anymore. So what I'm going to do is orders, haul, chunks, cancel. All designations. And then Sylvain will go after clothing and blocks. going to take the more comfortable stool for myself because I'm going to sit here a while, I suspect. And then in terms of like sleep disruption, I'm just going to move my bed off to a corner so that I'm not disturbed by Zilla as often while I sleep. The fact that I punched off her leg was actually a little fortuitous because the slower a slave moves, the less likely they are to think they can escape. Oh. Yakish. Is this the raid? Yeah, this is the Edekin raid. They're mostly brawlers. Got it. Mechs. Stay. Actually, just go inside. Every mech go to group 1. And wait. Okay, that's not inside. You're like drunk if you think that's inside. Go inside, and then I'm going to leave one of you as bait outside. So we can draw them to me. Did they prepare a while? Oh, you guys might not even do so well in terms of the hypothermia. One has Alzheimer's. What did you send me? Like the C team? You're not even B team here. One's a smoke leaf addict who's shivering, so you forgot your parka. The other one can't hear anything and his heart sucks and he's also shivering. And then this one is Alzheimer's with a wooden hand. I am not in danger. I'm not even going to go red light. This doesn't warrant it. These guys are pathetic. I'm actually embarrassed for them. There is an Altic wolf out here. Oh, here's the other raid. Okay, and they're attacking instantly. And this guy is high in go juice, but frail. So kind of a mixed bag there. And then these guys... Normal, normal, normal. But they're short range and puny weapons. Who's punching it? Really? You're an idiot. There's an open path. Parduk, you know what? Whatever. You're a brawler bot. You can stay out here and fight. Doing a lot more damage to Orange Chaos than I thought they would. So I'm going to switch tanks and start repairing him mid-battle, because he has enough energy charge to be okay with that. Alright, stop. Soul Wayne's down, I'll have to revive him. Wendy, back up. And Zilla, you want, I don't actually think you're going to be useful here. Especially given that I don't really have a weapon. They are tough to kill because Edekin are robust and they just don't heal fast. So I'm hoping is to win from attrition. One thing that I did not note is if any of them were quick movers. Because that would have been useful information to know. And I think that this is the paid conflict quest. It just so happens that both raids got sent at the same time, which is just atrocious luck. And also Fog absolutely obliterates ranged accuracy. So when they're brawlers and you're ranged, Fog is the worst weather for you to deal with. So, Zilla, you stay inside. Don't go outside. These robots are fine. It's not like they're going to freeze or anything. Alright, so they broke that wall. Got it. You guys know you can't really follow me out here, right? Like, not easily. So some of them are going to become terribly hypothermic, which is what I'm kind of counting on. I'm counting on battle of attrition here, where a fair portion of them here's a good, well, he's bleeding out, but a fair portion of them are just going to get too cold to continue fighting and collapse. Because Wendy here is in a wool parka, she doesn't have any cold vulnerabilities like they do. Now they are Edekin. So Edekin have fur bodies, which gives them, and fur tails, which gives them a little bit of an edge weather-wise. But they also have naked speed, which means when they wear clothing, they're slower, which is why I can outrun them. So I was checking to make sure that none of them were joggers, because that would be a bit of a problem. But a clothed Edekin will never catch a clothed human, all other things being equal. Which is why I'm putting such good distance between me and them, and also why I'm keeping Zilla inside, because Zilla does not have the capacity to outrun them, as she is peg-legged and wounded. And I just want to try to stop the burning down of wind turbines, because my power grid's been attacked often, but it's not like any of these robots are going to be able to get up. So I'll try to send Wendy back, see if I can't clean them out, because it looks like they're going for the kitchen, which is annoying. Oh, okay, I'm sad wandering. Yeah, I'm done. I should not have allowed you to vote on the fog quest. I should have just used my better judgment and not left that up to polling. I almost didn't. I almost was like, yeah, no, let's not do that, but I allowed it. Alright, Zilla. So you sad wandered. No, that's an appropriate time to sad wander, I suppose. You're hungry. So I wonder if this fire will spread west. We'll see. Nope, they're not going to be satisfied. Well, gonna have to save Scum. It's too bad I can't save Scum into the past and then retroactively remove the fog quest, which basically screwed everything up, power grid-wise and all. It's what I do find funny is even when they're sad wandering, they won't defend themselves, which is, I think, funny. And I do have the Men in Black disabled, so that doesn't trigger automatically. Good time to enjoy some coffee. So where am I at now? Is this Edekin incoming? Okay, I'm going to probably try the Edekin fight a little differently. But we still have the Edekin fight queued. So I'm going to keep everyone at home. I'm going to make sure that I don't have a mental break here. You don't have your tail cap. Not that it really matters. I'm not worried about her happiness or well-being or anything. So, Edekin fight. Here's what I'm going to do. Military robots need to shoot better? Well, half of it is that the shooting accuracy is divided by half as a result of the fog. So it's not so much that they shoot poorly, it's that fog. Again, fog is like the root of all of the problems that I'm currently having. With halved accuracy as a result of fog means that I'm at a huge disadvantage in ranged fights, or for ranged combat. Huh, grizzlies migrating. Only it was as easy as weaponizing grizzlies against them. It is not, sadly. Alright, so here's the raids. This is the Prepare a While raid. They might be a little bit different in terms of... not that much different. Roughly the same. Do you have any drugs? Not any that would help in this situation. I have Psychite Tea, but that's not useful combat-wise other than the slight pain mitigation effect that it has, which is to say not much. You had a crisis of belief, and now you believe in our ethos. Interesting. It does not mean you're going to get human meat, though. Yep, alright, so they're still double stacked. Let's see. You... unwaveringly loyal. No real health problems. Leg scar slows you down a little bit. Really? Really, Randy? Really? Power shortage here and now? That's just unnecessary. And they're setting the east wall on fire because they are having a tough time finding pathing. So you guys are mostly brawlers, the initial push. So I'm going to have my ranged shots ready, and then I'm going to have them fall back. Good shooting. Rootin' tootin', missin' shootin'. And then what I'm going to do is, oh, we killed him. Actually have them not fight the person that's at the gate, because this person is weakest. Here, pop. Pop, pop, pop. Anytime, thank you. To try to min-max our shooting, so that we have a weak person fighting in melee. Alright, so first group's gone. I guess both groups are gone? No, they're not gone. I don't know why I just got awarded the stuff. That doesn't make any sense to me. Alright, fixing up Orange Chaos because he has enough charge. And then Zilla, you go capture one of these two. And then scratch that. We're gonna need more space. Where is she? Oh, you were fighting that. Okay, if you're fighting that fire, yeah, put that out. Alright, so the next one's coming up. Knife, revolver, knife. There is a northern fire. The other thing I could do is Soulwane. You want to put out a fire for me? Okay, so Soulwane's going to put out that fire. Zilla got this one. And Zilla, you start coming back. You actually... Yeah, put out this fire. I don't really trust Soul Wayne to do it. Hey, there's Wake Up. This one get eaten by a wolf? Yes, you did. Oh, one of them got back up. That's cute. How'd that feel? Good, I suspect. Alright, she is starting to get hypothermic. So put the fire out quick. Or I'll have to go pick you up. So Orange Chaos, you're left with 32 charge. That's enough. Harduke might go low bat, but we'll see. Just hug the fire. You'll lose your hypothermia. Because that's totally how it works. Nope, didn't see Kish there. Or rather, Kish took his sweet time. That one's dead. Fine. Actually, you know what? She waits. All you robots, stop escorting me. Dormant self-charge, but dormant self-charge and all these people that are waiting to be patched up. So they can't run away. Now I come save you. And that fire's still going, so Soul Wayne, you go to the fire zone. So if they try to get up, I'll bash them down with the robots. You are at 57%, you'll live. That went better? Yeah, I used a different strategy, and obviously it went better. Bottlenecked them and used their weaknesses against them. Alright, bleed out 5, 6, 8, so let's go 5 first. Actually, let's formally capture them. So they can't escape. And have you zoned. So robots will fight fires that aren't paramedics. There is a specific type of robot that is designed to fight fires, called a paramedic bot. But Soul Wayne here, I can just force to go next to the fire and he'll bat it out. Alright, so he's done. And then Kish, you are going to be put on work as well. And I want you fixing that there. Or something. I don't really care what you do. Just make it productive. Alright, so you're not bleeding anymore. Let's capture the next one. Being told he's unwaveringly loyal. It's fine. Okay, also not bleeding. And then Zilla gets to practice her medicining because I enslaved her for the purpose of her being a backup medic. So, Wendy, no more doctoring. Go do whatever you want to do. $31, $50. Okay, so Parduke, you're the only one that got really, really banged up. And I ought to repair you and then let you recharge. Cool. Come on, you are very happy. Holy cow. Not sure what I did to deserve your good mood. The other thing I'm probably going to want to do is to close this door so that the Arctic wolf out there doesn't eat the corpses that I want. Oh, we have one died to blood loss. Well, that's why you need practice. Don't worry, it's just more food. We'll figure out what Edican tastes like. Oh, wow, I'm getting lucky on the space junks. So, Soul Wayne, you are missing a leg. Let's have you go inside and I'll fix you up. Done. Back to hauling. I'm going to idle my robots. They refuse to be in a prison's room, as you can see. But I'm going to idle them as close to the prisoner's room as possible, so that if they get any bright ideas, they get murdered pretty quickly. Good luck, Duyan. I have no idea if her tending is going to be decent. 39%? Well, that's... We'll see. If I wanted them alive, I would tend on beds or whatever, but honestly, I'm just going to roll the die. I don't really care how it turns out. Eventually, I'm going to lock them up in here, and it's not going to be my problem anymore. So we did get xenogenetics, and I think, at least for now, it would be... Or no, I almost have xenogenetics. It would be in my best interest to probably just gene murder the prisoners that I have, because I don't have the capacity to feed really anyone due to my power shortages and everything else. So that's currently the plan, is to get xenogenetics and then get a gene bank and start gene ripping them until they die. Basically, tear their genes apart for science. Oh yeah, that infection is super, super fatal unless it catches up. So, I guess we have our first who to be gene ripped identified. If they all survive, it would give me 6 genes, correct. Unless I waited for their cooldown. So when you gene rip someone, they go on a 25-day cooldown, where if you gene rip them again, it's fatal. So you can space it out every 25 days to never kill your gene ripped patient, but I'm not doing that. I'm not feeding them for 25 days in order to get one more gene. Alright, start researching. Let's get xenogenetics. Quit doctoring and wardening. They'll survive. In fact, the one that is sick, no food for you. I'm guessing food is going to be a waste, so I'm not going to bother. Alright, xenogenetics are now researched. So that gives me the gene extractor, which pulls genes out of an unwilling donor. Trying to think of where I want to place this. I'm going to place this next to my comms console. And then a gene bank where we can store those genes. Also, looks like Orange Chaos... I'm going to have you do some component mining, because I am in need of components. So let me remove the plans here so I can see them a little bit better. And have that robot start grabbing components for me. I'll start with the ones in the caves, because this area is the most likely to have an infestation, and me to lose access to it. Thank you for watching RimWorld Biotech, The First Wendigo, which originally streamed live on Twitch October 27th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my gaming community, Rhadamant.com also has a link to Discord, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that made it all the way to the credits and support the channel. I'll catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow mad scientists,